What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Let me show you guys my 1991 Honda NSX. Just picked up the NSX. Let's go. In the late 1980s, Honda was dominating Formula One, but they wanted more. They wanted to prove they could build not just an engine, but a world-class supercar. The NSX, short for New Sports Experimental, was their answer. But this wasn't just another flashy sports car. This was meant as a direct shot at Ferrari and showing them that they could look this good, perform, and do it all reliably. The NSX was the world's first mass-produced car with an all-aluminum monocoque body. That meant it was light, right around 3,000 pounds. And 34 years later, it means these cars didn't corrode. Under the rear glass, a 3-liter V6 with dual overhead cam VTEC, putting out around 270 horsepower and revving up to 8,000 RPM, while the automatic cars sacrificed about 20 horsepower for more lower-end torque. The NSX proved that supercars didn't have to be temperamental or unreliable. It forced everyone to rethink how a performance car should be built. The NSX didn't just change the game, it rewrote the rules. It showed that a supercar could be approachable, reliable, and still give you goosebumps in every corner. Alright guys, so it's starting to drizzle, so let me try to make this quick here. So again, 1991 Honda NSX. This car was sold in the United States as the Acura NSX, sold in Japan and other parts of the world as the Honda NSX. Timeless looking car. I mean, this is peak 90s Japanese engineering right here. So I bought this car July of last year. It made it to the States sometime late September, and I've just been enjoying it since. Came in with a set of 16 and 17 wet sports. I'll flash a picture here now. But they were too small and they were dark color and they kind of got lost in the car. So I bought these double staggered AVS Model 5s, which, just like the car, gives you that real 90s look. I also swapped out the stock suspension for a set of coilovers to adjust the ride height and get the car sitting exactly how I wanted. Now, stock, these cars already handle amazing, and when you lower the center of gravity even more, the car feels like it's on rails. One of the mods I did here in the rear of the car, which I think drastically improved the look, was I swapped out the factory engine lid for this one, which has cutouts and lets you see the engine. Now, since we were going to be showing off the engine bay and the engine, had to make sure it was spotless. So I detailed it and also swapped out the majority of the visible hardware for a nice hardware kit and added some spoon bits like the oil cap and the radiator cap. So when I got the car, I had a little bit of water ingress in the factory taillights. So I ordered this set of aftermarket LED on the 02 and up style taillights, and I think it looks very period correct. Especially at night, I think they look so sick. So here's how I sit inside the NSX. I'm 6 foot tall. I've got about 2 fingers, maybe a finger and a half of clearance. I do hit my head whenever I hit large bumps. It's not too far off, but I fit in here nice and snug. The seats are super comfortable. You see the bolsters up top. Also got some more bolstering in the bottom. The seats really keep you planted, especially when going through corners or taking curves at higher speeds. The car has great visibility on the inside. The windows are large. So part of this interior and the visibility on this car took inspiration from the F-16 fighter jet and the cockpit design on that aircraft. So Honda wanted this car to be as practical as possible. They wanted you to be able to daily the quote-unquote exotic car or supercar, and in a lot of aspects, they achieved that. The car behaves very well on the street. The visibility is great. It's got the Honda reliability, which you can't go wrong with that. And then you have the power and the handling whenever you want to use it, on the weekends or on a spirited drive on the way to work. It's all there. So again, this car is automatic. A couple things I did to it when I got it was it had a double din, and you see this radio from the factory has a very unique shape. So it had a double din. It was all chopped up. It sat in there ugly. The car came with a double din and just some wear and tear. The shift knob here is worn and center console's cracked. So I found a factory Acura radio and I put it in there. And then I hooked up a ghost box. So I just used my Bluetooth. And then I have this little neat thing I bought on Etsy where I slide it into the cassette and then my phone mounts up with the magnet there. It's pretty cool. And then this car came with a spoon speedometer, which is extremely rare. It shows the 320 kph on there. And it's really one of the selling points for me on this car. All right, so let's start it up. Starts right up. Of course, AC works. Much needed down here in Florida. One of the beautiful things on the interior of this car is how well the lines flow. So you have the top of the door panel, you have the bottom of the door panel here, all flowing together. They meet at the dash, they come all the way across, and then they come over to this door. You have your AC vents in the door panels, and then of course you have your center AC vents here. And then you have this driver focused almost cockpit with very unique handles up here. So you have your hazards, you got your defrost, and then you have your cruise control and your headlights over on the right side here. And then you have your cruise control buttons on the steering wheel. And of course, one of my favorite things about any 90s sports cars, pop-up headlights. Another cool thing about this car is it's got the middle visor here. I mean, they really thought about, if you're not trying to get any sun in your eyes, we're gonna cover you as best we can. So you've got 3 visors up there. And then this car came with a dash cam, and it actually had some footage of the owner in Japan driving it and taking it over to get the inspection done. And I'll post some footage of it here. Super cool.
お早めにお電話ください。平山さんありがとうございました。
Let's take it out for a little spin. Let's see if we can get a little bit of induction noise in here. Oh yeah. Take it for a little drive here and kind of talk to you guys about the car. So what are some of my favorite things about the NSX? You know, the heritage. It was kind of the FU attitude of Honda at the time, to say to all the big companies, Lamborghini, Ferrari, and anybody else that was producing these sort of supercars of the time, and saying, hey, I can do what you're doing, and as a matter of fact, I can do it better than you. This car has tremendous curb appeal. It's you know, it gets looks wherever it goes, and from all ages, which is something that I love. I love it when little kids love the cars, and you know, having 2 little boys myself, it's awesome when they love the car, when they see it and they go, wow, what is that? And this car really does that. But it's not just kids, it's any age group. You get anywhere from, you know, high school kids, dang, that's so bad. And then the older folks as well, wow, that's such a cool car, it looks so pristine. And if you ever want to stroke a car guy's ego, just compliment his car and tell him it's cool. Also driving it, I mean, the car handles amazing. You know, the induction noise whenever you do get on it and you hear VTEC pop and all that's right here behind your head. It's a unique sense hearing the engine behind you roaring. This car is also very tame. You know, if I just want to drive it to work on the weekend or something like that, it feels tame. Also, you guys don't know how much I appreciate this. Fun fact about JDM cars, the majority do not have cruise control. It is painful to take long trips on the highway. Get your calves ready. But this has got cruise control, which is pretty cool. However, the cruise control is limited to 120 kilometers per hour. If you try to accelerate anything past that, it'll just cut it off. Or if you try to set it anything above that, it will not set the cruise control. Unfortunately, I did import this car with the idea to sell it, so you will see it gone here soon. But that's kind of what fuels my hobby. Is I'm able to bring these cars over, enjoy them for a little bit, and then I sell them and on to the next one. And it's kind of it's my way of fulfilling my automotive bucket list, let's call it. I get to enjoy all the cars I love, all my dream cars, and then I sell them for somebody else to enjoy. And then I get to enjoy something else. You guys just have to remember, life is short, and you never know what's gonna happen. So if you want a car and it's within your means, get out there and buy it, enjoy it. There's also the other way of looking at it is anything's possible through poor financial decisions. But don't take that advice from me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the NSX as much as I do. Definitely one of my favorite cars. Fun fact, it's also the oldest car I've ever bought. So let's see what I get next. I don't know if I'm gonna go with something older, something newer. I don't know yet, but we'll see. And also check out the videos I got going on with the Skyline build. Right now the engine's out for machining and building, and then we'll pick that up whenever it's done and slap that in the car. Tell me what you guys want to see. You can make more content of whatever you guys want to see. You want to see more build stuff, if you guys want to see more cars, whatever you guys think I should get next, let me know. Drop a comment, and like always, hit like and subscribe to support. Thank you.